Exactly. So you're probably rolling your eyes at the idea of another piece of quote-unquote revolutionary tech. But today, we're unpacking something that actually lives up to the hype.
It really does. It's a total game changer.
It is. We are doing a deep dive into Britta Rivera's brand new book. It's called Real Estate AI Revolution, the essential AI guide for real estate agents. And it officially came out today, June 23, 2026.
Happy release day to her.
Yeah. So, okay, let's unpack this because our mission today is to pull the absolute best highlights from her playbook. And her background is, honestly, what makes this so good.
Right. She's not just some tech bro from Silicon Valley who decided to disrupt an industry she doesn't get.
No, not at all. Britta Rivera is a 30-year real estate veteran. She's a former VP of sales. She has actually survived home inspection reports the size of small novels.
She knows the pain.
She really does. She's written Offers at Midnight. Oh, and she's even an independent songwriter, which we will definitely get into later because it leads to some crazy marketing stuff.
I love that part of the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, to start, she calmly establishes right away that the goal here is absolutely not about AI replacing agents. It's about AI replacing inefficiency and burnout. I mean, whether you're a seasoned broker or just someone fascinated by real estate tech, she shows you how to use AI as this 24/7 assistant that never complains.
And never asks for a referral fee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But before we can have fun with, creating marketing or analyzing data, we have to establish the rules of engagement.
Right, because AI is powerful, but it is not a licensed professional.
No. And Britta Rivera kicks off the book with what she calls the AI agent commandments. And the biggest one, the core rule, is that AI does not replace fiduciary duty. She says, "Thou shalt not act as an attorney."
Which is so tempting, though, right? Because let's say you have a first-time buyer who is just totally paralyzed by a 50-page contract.
Oh, sure. And you can use AI to simplify the language. You can ask it to explain an attorney review period in everyday English.
Right, just to give them the gist.
But you cannot ask it to interpret legal meaning or tell the buyer if a specific clause is safe for them.
Right. I always think of AI as this incredibly enthusiastic but incredibly literal intern.
That's a perfect way to look at it.
Right. It wants to please you so badly that if you don't give it boundaries, it will literally invent a fantasy reality just to give you an answer.
What's fascinating here is how this technology forces us to actually double down on human ethics. Because, like your intern analogy, if the AI doesn't know a law, it'll just make one up that sounds perfectly real.
Oh, wow.
They call it hallucinating. So human oversight is just non-negotiable. And she also gets into fair housing, which is huge.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, she specifically warns that fair housing rules apply to your AI prompts just as strictly as human speech.
Wait, really? So you can't, ask the AI to target a certain demographic for an ad?
Exactly. You cannot ask it to filter demographic data or use exclusionary language, even if it's just a private chat prompt. You have to monitor it constantly.
Man, okay, so the ethical guardrails are up. We know how to manage the eager intern. So how do we use this thing to actually, cure that late-night meltdown we talked about?
Well, this is where we move from the rules to the raw creative output.
Yeah, because she has this hilarious scenario in Chapter 2. She called it the late-night MLS meltdown.
We've all been there.
Seriously, it's 10:30, the listing has to go live tomorrow, and you have no words left.
And Britta's solution is so simple, you just bypass the keyboard.
Yes. You take your phone and you just do messy, unstructured voice-to-text dictation. You're just pacing around going, the kitchen has nice marble, there's a weird nook under the stairs and a big tree in the back.
And the AI takes that mess and turns it into a compelling, polished listing description in 30 seconds.
In magic. You can just go to bed like a civilized human being.
It really is. And she also talks about using AI for photos and virtual staging. But again, she has a strict rule.
Enhance the truth. Do not change the truth.
Exactly. Because AI loves to add stuff. Britta Rivera warns that if you aren't careful, the AI will add windows, walls, cabinets, and totally fantasy kitchens.
So I can't just type, make this look like $1 million and let it add a fireplace.
No. You can remove a laundry basket, you can brighten a dark 1990s basement, but you cannot ethically add a fireplace that doesn't physically exist in the house.
That makes sense. You don't want buyers showing up and being like, oh, where's the vaulted ceiling?
Right. It instantly destroys trust.
So true.
Yes.
Okay, but I want to talk about Chapter 3 because this is where Britta Rivera's musical background comes in.
Oh, the Suno stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she reveals how you can use tools like Suno to basically be your own personal music producer.
Which is huge for video tours on Instagram or TikTok.
Exactly, because otherwise you use a popular song and you get hit with a copyright strike, or you use that awful generic elevator music.
Right, which totally kills the vibe of a luxury property.
Yeah, but with AI, she shows how you can prompt it to generate, royalty-free, mood-specific background tracks instantly.
Just completely bypassing copyright issues.
It's brilliant. But wait, let me push back on this a little bit. If every agent in town reads Britta Rivera's book, and they're all using AI to write listings and social media posts, doesn't everything just start sounding like a robot wrote it?
Well, that's the trap, right. But Britta emphasizes this heavily in Chapter 19 with brand voice.
Okay, so how do you avoid the robot voice?
By not being lazy with your prompts. An AI only sounds like a robot if you just say, write a post. She teaches agents to tell the AI their specific tone.
Like giving it a personality.
Exactly. You tell it, I want a warm, luxury-focused tone or bold and story-driven. You give it past examples of your own writing, so it maintains a consistent, human-sounding brand.
Okay, so you're actually training it to sound like you.
Yes.
That's awesome. So marketing gets people in the door, right?
Yeah.
But we all know real estate deals usually fall apart over human emotion.
Absolutely. The stakes are so high.
So how can a piece of software help with the deeply emotional, like high-stress human elements of a deal?
Well, this is covered in Chapters 6 and 15, handling difficult conversations.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because I love this analogy.
Go for it.
AI isn't just an intern. It's like a reverse anger translator.
Yes.
Like, you get an angry text from a seller complaining about low showing activity, your blood pressure spikes, you want to snap back.
But instead of reacting, you feed it to the AI.
Right. You feed it your panic and frustration, and it just spits out this zen-like, perfectly professional, solution-focused response.
It acts as an emotional buffer. It removes the agent's internal frustration from the equation.
It's like therapy for your inbox.
Pretty much. And when you remove that panic, you build immense trust with the client. You shift from reacting emotionally to leading strategically.
Which brings us to Chapter 29, appraisal disputes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Britta Rivera literally notes that low appraisals require, quote, deep breathing exercises.
Because the seller always texts in all caps when that low number comes in.
Always. But instead of freaking out, AI can instantly analyze the appraiser's comps, spot the discrepancies, and draft a totally professional, data-driven rebuttal letter.
Free of emotion.
Completely free of emotion. It's incredible. But to get that kind of result, you have to know how to actually talk to the machine.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is the whole art of the prompt, right?
Mm.
Chapter 30 is all about common prompt mistakes.
Yeah, and Britta shares this really funny cautionary tale about the too vague prompt.
Oh, the condo one.
Yeah, if you just type, write a description for my new listing, the AI might give you this gorgeous flowery paragraph about a 5-bedroom home with a spa-like bath.
But your actual listing is a 2-bedroom condo with laminate counters and a view of a parking lot.
Exactly. It's the same as the no boundaries prompt we talked about with the photos. You ask it to enhance, and it redesigns the whole kitchen.
You really have to be specific. So I want to ask everyone listening, think about how you're using these tools right now. Are you giving up after one bad answer?
Most people do.
Right. Or are you iterating? Because Britta suggests this brilliant strategy she calls switching between AI tools.
It's such a smart workflow.
She advises using different platforms like Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot, the same way you'd rotate between different coffee shops.
Right, because they all have different strengths. Prompting is a new foundational skill for professionals now.
Yeah, if Gemini misspells your name or runs out of credits, you just take your prompt over to Copilot.
It's literally like consulting a free panel of experts.
Totally. And by being specific and setting boundaries, you just save hours of editing time.
Absolutely. And I think that ties perfectly into Britta Rivera's core philosophy for the whole book.
Which is that AI will never replace the human elements of real estate.
Never. It can't replace people or homes or dreams. It can't replace trust and relationships.
No, it just automates the busy work, right?
Yeah.
So agents can actually focus on empathy and strategy and actual human connection.
Exactly.
So just a quick reminder for you all listening, Britta Rivera's book, Real Estate AI Revolution, is out today. It is packed with specific prompts and templates you can literally copy and paste today to reclaim your time.
Highly recommend grabbing a copy.
Definitely. But before we go, I want to leave you with a final kind of lingering question to mull over.
Ooh, okay.
If AI eventually handles all the data analysis, right? and the contract summaries and the marketing copy, and it does it flawlessly.
Which it will.
Right. How will the fundamental definition of expertise and trust evolve between a professional and a client? Especially when everyone knows the emails are written by an algorithm.
That is the big question.
Will your actual human flaws, your quirks and unscripted moments, actually become your biggest selling point?
I think they just might.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.